Hello, guys. Hi, this is Ganesh Nayak. I help finance professionals and students to excel in their career and become a better version of themselves. And I also help students who are preparing for CFA and FRM exam to clear their exam in the first attempt. Now, I'm back with one of the videos of my student, okay, a kind of an interview which I do with a student who has cleared the exam to help other students also to understand how a particular candidate is preparing, what are the challenges they are facing, and how they are being able to clear the exam. What are the strategies they're using? Okay, so with us we have Bhavya. Okay, so first of all, congratulations, Bhavya, for clearing level 2. Okay, so Bhavya has been able to clear level 2 in May 2022 exam. Okay, the May 2022 exam, and this was her first attempt. Okay, a lot of you guys might have seen her previous video. Okay, in July last year, she has been able to clear level 1 in first attempt. Okay, and the best part about all of this is she's still in the second year of her college. Okay, and she is now going to go to the third year. Okay, so that is what is very interesting. Okay, and well, first of all, welcome, Bhavya. Thank you very much for joining
Thank
in.
you. Thank you so
And
much, sir. Thank you so much for
and
having me.
thank you very much for taking out time from your schedule. I know you have colleges and all of that. Now, first of all, after level 1, so you cleared level 1 in July. Okay, and you picked up the book for level 2. What was your thought process in terms of what is going to come in level? What was there in your mind?
So, like after level one, I was actually chilling for some days, and then I talked to you, ki, sir, we have like कब से start करना and everything. So you said
Hmm.
कि yeah, we will start with market risk, and I just ordered the books, and then I just started reading. So market risk was a bouncer actually. So when I started with that book, but initially, like when I started with the other books, I was like, okay, chalega, we can do. If we work hard, we'll work hard. So that was the case. So I started my preparation in October last year,
Hmm.
so for the level 2.
Okay, so
Yes,
from
sir.
October till May, primarily, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, how much time, when you started, how much time you were dedicating for the books, for the preparation?
So like December, I was actually I was like chilling out, like 1 to 2 hours or minimum 1 hour every day, not like
From
that,
October till
like
December.
dedication. Yeah, dedication was like, okay, 1 to 2 hours, not more than
Okay,
that.
okay,
So
okay.
from December onwards, then I actually started studying 2 to 4 hours and gradually increased it. And then
Hmm.
like last 2 months, or you can say 1.5 months, I was like, okay, I should start preparing an HS. Then I start solve question banks and everything.
Okay, and
Yeah.
what was the order of your preparation? You picked up market risk first, then?
Yes, sir. I was going with you. Like you started with market risk, then you said, ki, okay, you start reading operational risk side by side. So I used to
Right.
read operational risk also, well, like daily, like one chapter or like that. And then like I finished my operational risk book with market risk and liquidity risk. Till December, it was like this. And
Okay.
then from Jan, I was actually preparing, like I was studying for credit risk book, and then
Mhm.
dheere dheere, like it was a pause in my studies because of some reasons, and then I
Mhm.
resumed it, and then with risk management and then current issues.
Okay, and so the operation risk and the liquidity risk, I want you to highlight. I mean, the way, what was your approach? Like you said, one chapter. So what were you doing? I know that, but I want, for the benefit of the audience, to tell what were you doing with that book?
So actually what I used to do, like you used to record lectures with us on Saturday and Sunday, so I used to watch
Mhm.
it the next week, and I used to
Mhm.
read operational risk book, like I had a target to complete like 3 to 4 chapters a week. So that was my
Okay.
target. So operational risk had, I guess, 25 chapters, so dheere dheere I just completed, and then I just had one reading. Then when you recorded lectures with us, so it became easy for me to remember the concepts of operational risk,
Mhm.
because like it's heavy theory driven. The book is theory
Mhm.
driven, so I was like, okay, like ab ye ho jayega. That was my
Okay.
approach.
Okay.
Yeah.
And primarily, so basically now, the reason I asked you this question, because I ask a lot of students to start with one book, primarily market or credit as a main book. You focus on that, and side by side, you just read operation risk books. Just keep reading from that perspective. Like you
Yes,
said,
sir.
when you watch the video or when you attend the lecture, You have a lot of
Yes,
recall
sir.
value for that. Now,
Yes, sir.
out of the total six book, which book you actually thought is slightly tough for you?
Market risk.
Okay.
Actually, market risk. So, like, what happened? Like, I completed market risk till November end. Like, I was
Mhm.
very slow. Like, you had completed, but I was like, nahi dheere dheere karte hain. Like, I was like that. Then, like, when I went ahead with other books, so I
Mhm.
forgot all the concepts of market risk. So I again
Okay.
watched the lectures of market risk in, I guess, April, and
Mhm.
then I like solved the question bank. So I had totally forgotten like all the concepts of that book, so it became
Okay.
very difficult for me to like recall and then again watch the lectures, and that was a time consuming process. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And this problem of forgetting, okay, was
Yes.
this only in market risk or it was there in other books also?
Sir, in liquidity, I was like, when I read it the second time, I was okay. Like, I didn't watch the lectures again. I just watched
Hmm.
one time.
Mhm.
But in market risk, actually, my concepts were not that much clear. Like after watching second time, my concepts got clear, and when I solved your question bank, it became more easy for me to
Okay.
like understand everything.
And the operation risk book, because it is very lengthy, a lot of people
Huh.
actually underestimate operation risk. The way they underestimate for level one, they underestimate foundation risk because it is theory. So what was your thought process for that?
Sir, actually, I read Operation Risk in October, November, and December.
Hmm.
Then I started with the other books. So, I guess I had my college exams in March and April both. So, in that 2 months, I did not like give much time to FRM. So, in
Hmm.
the last month in the month of May, like 20-22 days, I just picked up that Operation Risk book. I just read like 6-7 chapters every day and used to solve it. So I
Hmm.
just completed that book, I guess in one week.
In
The
one
in
week
the
itself.
month of May, in the month of May only, I was like, no, करते हैं चलो. Like you, I was so much stressed, and I called you like, sir, कैसे करना है, क्या करना है? And you said कि नहीं, you should do it, try your best. So I was like, yes, I started with that book. I solved the question bank,
Hmm.
and I used to read like 6 to 7 chapters maximum. I guess 6 chapters ही हो पाता था, and then the next day I used to solve it. So
Okay.
in one go.
In one week. Now, I want to focus on what are the challenges you faced from December onwards. October to September, October to December, primarily you were taking it slightly lightly. Okay.
Right.
And I remember telling you guys not to take it lightly. I called you and there was one more student I called and I told them not to consider the same level of difficulty for
Yes,
level
yes.
one that you saw. Okay, level two is very complex, so you have to continuously read. Now, after that, what was the challenge that you were facing from December till your exam date?
So actually, like I started with book two, that is credit risk book.
Hmm.
So it was kind of okay types. Like the first part was okay, but the last, that CVA chapters and other chapters were challenging. I actually watched 2 times that video and then solved the question bank.
Okay.
Risk management and that current issues book was doable, but still
Hmm.
current issues I had to read it twice because it was actually difficult. And in the month of March and April, I actually
Hmm.
didn't study much because my college exams were there and other
Right.
stuff. So that's why the major study which I did was in the month of May, like the question bank solving and everything.
Right. Because you were not anticipating in the month of March and April because you had two back-to-back exams. Two back-to-back in
Yes,
the
sir.
sense, how many papers you gave during that month? How many subjects paper you gave?
Sir, actually, we had 5 papers. So,
Hmm.
but the time duration was very less. Like we were given 15 days to prepare for the final semester, and it was announced so suddenly. But actually, we had 1 day gap. So, what I used to do, like I had forgotten the concepts of market risk. So, in that one day, I used to watch your lectures, and then I had kept a target that. like till my exam, like when my exam will finish. So I will watch all the lectures of market risk, and in the month of May, when my exam got over, and I solved the question bank in one go. Like 2 days, I completed market risk, the question bank. So my
Okay.
approach was that,
So
as
primarily
I had
for the benefit of the audience, she had a mid semester, right, in the month of March, and then
yes,
within 15 days there was an end semester exam. So she was not
yes,
having proper time to plan also. So she had to prepare for those exams, read also at least. It is going to be time consuming. You have to go to college, give the exam, come back, rest. It is going to take time. So prime and more importantly, if you were panicking at that point in time, that how will
yes,
you do it basically, because you have so much things on your plate. So I know
yes,
we
sir.
had a talk, and but ultimately the idea was very simple. Wherever you get time, just read. Don't leave the book, because the moment you
Yes,
quit, it becomes
huh.
the result is clear. You're going to fail, right?
Right, sir.
So we have to continuously fight and give that chance. And from that
Yes,
exam,
sir.
so your exam got over by May,
May
the
27th.
college exam,
College exam, May 2nd.
May 2nd. So from there till the 27th, what was your
Yes.
preparation? How were you doing it?
So when my exam, like on 2nd of May, my exam got over. The very next day, I solved market risk in 2 days, like till 4th. I completed market risk, the whole book. And
Mhm.
then from, I guess from 5th, I picked up operational risk book. Like I had solved operational risk 2, 3 chapters maximum, like the time I
Mhm.
got between this March and April. Then I picked up that book. I just read like 5 to 6 chapters maximum. I had kept the target to complete that book in 1 week. So I
Mhm.
just read 5 to 6 chapters, and then I solved the question bank the very next day. So this was my approach. And
Okay.
side by side, if I got time, if I used to get time, so I used to read like current issues and solve, because current issues had only 8 chapters. So like that was my approach, and then I started with like a risk management, and then it was a very like not a proper approach actually in those days.
Okay. Because it was you were trying to consume so much content in a very short duration of time.
Right.
Definitely, there's going to be a lot of mix up. But you were confident when you were preparing, and so in a very limited period of time, and you were able to solve all the question bank, the chapter wise questions properly.
So no, I had skipped 4 chapters.
Okay.
Like, so
But the videos were done for all chapters.
no,
Mm. Okay.
no,
Okay.
no.
Those four
I had
chapters.
actually skipped 4 chapters.
Okay. And I think so. Rating methodology would be the one of
Yes, yes, yes.
them.
That is one.
I
That
know.
is
I know.
one market risk, 1 chapter, and I guess one more chapter, 1 or 2 more
Okay.
chapters. Yeah.
See, in a entire
Yes.
span of the entire 100 chapter, definitely every chapter you'll not be able to pick up. But now
Right.
the call that you are taking is okay. Those four chapters. If suppose one or two questions will come, I'll manage it and
Hmm.
I'll focus on the other chapter. That is how actually you should go book by book also. Understand what are the
Right, sir.
difficult chapters, do the other chapters first, and then focus on the only difficult chapters that you're facing. Now,
Yes.
mock papers. Were you able to do mock papers properly?
Sir, I want to add one point here. Like
Hmm.
in the operational risk book, like I actually focused much on the basal chapters. So my more focus was to solve that basal chapters and read that basal chapters. So my in my question
Hmm.
paper, like when I had solved like my exam, the from that book, major chunk was from that 4 chapters only. Basal chapters were very
Okay.
important. So that
Hmm.
is very important.
Four
So if
chapters,
you are
yes.
preparing for, yeah, that 4 chapters actually.
So, audience, I
And
mean, you should remember this point. Basal chapters, four chapters basically: capital regulation,
yes,
before the
sir.
crisis, solvency, and the Basel three chapters.
Yes, sir. And like the two newly added chapters of operational risk
Hmm.
this year, they have added that. From that also 1 or 2 questions had come.
Operational resilience.
So operational resilience, yes, sir.
Yes.
So I started solving mocks from 21st of May. So I had
21st
like
to
6th of
26th primaries.
26th,
And
26th.
you, how many marks you were able to give?
Sir, like properly I say, I guess 6, like 4 of
Hmm.
this and 2 of GARP.
Okay.
Properly,
And
if I say.
in my mock, what was the average score?
Sure, very bad. 45, or it was around like 45 to
So out
50,
of
not more
80, you
than
were
that.
able to score 45.
Yeah, 45
Okay.
was the average score, you can
And
say.
in the GARP papers, sample papers,
GARP, actually, sir, it was like
easy.
after solving your mocks, it was actually easy. So, like it was 60. So I got excited and I called you, sir, this is my marks. And you were like, itna excited mato.
Oh,
So
easy. That is
I
easy.
was like, okay, yes, sir, it was
In the exam, you will
doable.
find one level above the GARP
Ye-
paper.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is the idea. In
Of
level one
course.
also, it is same thing. Same thing.
But sir, in level one, when I had solved the GARP mocks, but it was actually very difficult. So I had
Hmm.
scored very less when I had solved that mock paper.
Okay. Okay. But generally, this has been the trend. What GARP does is they give you a paper just to get an idea. The entire
Huh,
100 question is not going to come in that same difficulty level. So
huh, right.
they want to give you a surprise. That is what I feel. They want to make sure that you get 20, 30 questions difficult, which breaks your morale.
Huh. And sir, my question paper pattern was actually very much similar to the GARP mock. So
Acha. Okay.
it was very much similar.
In
The
terms of
two, three
the
questions
nomenclature or the way they are
in
giving
terms
the
of the
question,
nomenclature.
the
Yes, sir.
structure.
And one or two, I guess one or two calculation part was also very much similar.
Okay.
So I found it like one is radar question, like which was very common in most of the like question
Mhm.
papers. The one radar question was common, and other I don't remember much. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Now, with respect to, so when you went for the exam on that day, what happened? 4 hours, may say first half. What
Okay.
happened in the first
So in the first half, I did not solve like 10 questions. I got nervous because I had just flagged that question and I went ahead. Ki jitna ho raha hai, we will solve it.
half?
So I just saw then after the 10 questions, I solved dheere dheere started because it was very much theory driven. So
Hmm.
I started with that, and like I had come like in the first hour, I had just solved like 25 questions, and most of the questions were flagged
Hmm.
actually. So in the second hour I solved like kitne aaspas, like 40 questions I guess, maybe.
Hmm.
And then the remaining questions I solved in the remaining time. And in the
Okay.
last like 15-20 minutes I saw the flat questions, and usme se I just made some guess, and some I just calculated. I just made a calculated guess actually.
Okay. So total
So
100,
that was
the
a
total 80 question, there was no time problem, right?
no, there was no time problem actually.
Out of that 80 question, how many were theory and how many were calculations?
Sir, I can say 80% was theory and
Okay.
20%
So
was
64, 65,
calculation.
and then the rest were calculations. What was the
Yes,
calculations
sir.
difficulty level?
So calculation difficulty level was actually moderate, sir. So it was doable. So
Doable.
like if anyone solves your question bank, it becomes easy for anyone to solve that
The
question
calculation
actually.
piece. What about theory now?
Yes.
Out of that 65 question, what, how do you bifurcate? Easy or difficult?
So actually, market risk book in was actually very much theory driven. So I found it very much difficult for the like then like the first time I read the question, second
Hmm.
time I tried, like I what problem I faced, like I was able to eliminate two options. The other two options
Hmm.
I had to make a choice. Arey, A hoga, B hoga, C hoga, D hoga. That was a point because in most of the questions I was able to eliminate the two options. The
Okay.
major problem was to choose between the two. That was a point. And then liquidity, actually the question, the options, actually the line of the option, like what is the option written, whatever the option is written, that same line was actually written in the Schweitzer book. So if
Hmm.
anyone has read like Schweitzer book very much matlab,
Properly.
in a good manner, so they can solve that part also, like that
Okay.
liquidity book.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
But overall, out of that 65 questions, the confidence when you solved, what was your
Yes,
understanding that
sir.
how much I knew or how much I was able to do it properly? How much I did calculated guess?
Sir, actually, I actually was very much confident in liquidity. In operation risk also, I was confident. In credit risk also, I was okay. But in current issues, I was not that much confident actually. That's why my
Okay.
quartile was 4.
Yeah, yeah, current issue, you got
Yeah.
very less quarter. So primarily market risk and current issues, the questions that you got theory questions from that part, you were facing challenge.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay.
Yes, sir.
So with respect to that now, when you completed a paper, was there any number in your mind that, okay, I might have got this much correct?
No, sir. Actually, I was very much confused.
Okay, okay. Well, it is fairly normal. I mean, because these kind of exams, to get a clear idea how much right I might
Yeah.
have done, because these are
Yeah.
competitive exams, very not a traditional college exam that we do. So
Yes,
it's
sir.
perfectly normal. Now, when the result came in, definitely, what was the reaction of people around
So actually, yesterday night only the result came. So I first messaged you, so I have passed. And then actually my parents were sleeping, so I was like I made them awake, and I was like, "मैं pass हो गई." Like I am like
you?
my
Okay,
reaction was this, and then they were also happy, and I'm also happy. So yes,
wonderful, wonderful. And the important part which I didn't ask you explicitly. So you gave you're located in Orissa, Bhubaneswar,
yes, sir.
and then you went for the exam in Kolkata basically.
Yes,
So now
sir.
in Kolkata, you had to go one day before the exam,
Huh.
and especially when there was no time available for you, you're facing that time
Right.
crunch. So you have to travel, you
Yeah.
have to go to a different city, go to a hotel, prepare, come to the morning, go give hope
Yes,
for the
sir.
exam and all of that. So
Uh.
what was the challenge in that? I mean, you have already done that for level one, but
Huh.
what was the
Right.
challenge this time? Was there any issue that you faced while
No,
doing?
actually, on 26th I had my train to at 9:30, and then I reached there Kolkata. I guess at 6 a.m. or something, and then like it was like it was very difficult to find the location, center location. So it was
Oh,
located in a very in some gully actually. That area was not very good. So I had to
oh,
call the people and tell them ki where is your like center and everything. So I
okay,
actually reached the location, the center, very late, because I found it very difficult, and that cab driver also didn't know the place. So it was
okay,
in very like it was in some gully actually, and he also
okay.
didn't know, and I also didn't know, because
So you went with
Kolkata
your
is.
mom, right?
Yes, sir. I went with my mom.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
So one day before the exam, so what time your exam was?
Sir, 2:30 to 6:30.
And you reached Kolkata at six in the morning.
Yes, sir.
You went to the hotel primarily, and then
Yeah.
freshened up, and you went to search the location. So
Yeah.
basically, you were not able to prepare in that time
No, no,
in the
no,
morning.
sir. Actually, what I
Okay.
actually in the train actually read the PDF, because the lights
Hmm.
were off, so I could not read. So I just opened my phone and just started reading. Jitna bhi ho sakta
Okay.
hai, started. I opened current issues PDF and I read some chapters because
Okay.
नींद ही नहीं आ रहा था like train में. So I was like not to waste time and just start reading.
Now,
So
this is very interesting because a lot of people in Mumbai and Bangalore and Delhi, they don't face this challenge. So they don't
yeah,
have to go anywhere else, right? They know their location. They will go. Definitely, they will have to travel. But
yeah,
it is not
yeah.
like going to a new city, breaking the momentum of your study, and then settle over there, and especially like finding the center. So, I
हाँ.
mean, and even after that, you are able to clear the exam. So, definitely, people who give excuses, I have this, I have that. Primarily, I don't have time to prepare. I have to go to a different. A lot of students now who are appearing from tier two cities. Now, they obviously
Yeah.
there's no center over there, so they have to go to a different
No,
center.
sir.
A lot of them they drop the exam because they have to go to a different center.
Yeah.
Frankly speaking, and a girl from Orissa is going to go over there and clear the exam in the first attempt. This is very inspirational for people. Okay, and
Thank you, sir.
one point which I would just I would like to add, and I talk about it most of the time also, is that a lot of college, a lot of working professionals, they feel that ये तो college में है, इसको बस बहुत time है. But in second year, think what you are doing. And frankly speaking, when I was in college, I was not even mature enough to give this kind of exams. Okay, even if I would have known there was an exam, I wouldn't have given. I was not that
Okay.
smart. Frankly speaking, I was not that smart. So I wouldn't have been able to clear the exam. And that too, to take a decision in life that I will go for an exam, to appear, prepare, clear, that is not easy. So, and
Yes, sir.
you have no corporate experience. Okay, and you're
No,
doing
sir.
BCom, right? If I'm not wrong, BCom, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
in BCom, there's nothing related to FRM that you read.
No. No,
So
sir.
yeah, you have no educational background also. You don't, and you're not staying in Mumbai where you can, you know, somebody who's working in a investment bank, who's your friend is working
Right.
somewhere. You're staying in
Yes,
a tier
sir.
two city. You have no
Yes.
connections, and then to clear this exam, because a lot of things you have to assume कि investment
Ah,
bank कुछ
yes.
होता है, वहाँ पे trade
Yes.
कुछ होता है. So you have to assume.
Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of working professionals, they are working. So
Yes.
and when people say that I cannot do, I get pissed off. Okay, this is not a reason. People who are in college in the second year, they have been able to clear. And in level one also this May, there have been second year students clearing the exam.
Wow. That's
So
great, sir.
first attempt. When you talk to them,
Yes.
you'll not feel that they can clear the exam, but they
Yeah.
have been preparing very heavily. Okay, whatever, because they
Yeah.
know they have taken a decision. They have asked their parents to put money into an exam.
Yes, sir.
If they could not clear, next time the parents will not trust.
Yes,
And this
sir.
exam is costly. So, and frankly speaking, this is a very inspirational for all of us. I mean, everybody who's watching the video, who's going to watch the video primarily, and students who are going to be appearing in the coming future. So that is definitely an inspirational for all of them. And now I want, if you remember, if what is the quartile that you have got?
Sir, 2-1-2-1-2-4. I guess. Huh. Six
Only the
books.
last book, the current issues book, created a problem.
Yes,
A
sir.
lot of people who could not clearly level two, most of them they face problem in credit and operational risk, and primarily operational risk because they underestimated it.
Okay.
Majority of the student, theory है, हम पढ़ लेंगे, और the exam because it's so vast, 25 chapters, it's not easy
Yes,
to
sir.
consume.
Yes, sir.
And now few tips from your side. If you want to clear level two, what ideally you should do?
So first of all, like I was not consistent. So be consistent actually in your preparation.
Mhm.
And second, focus on basal chapters more, like operational risk. Basal chapters are very much important.
Mhm.
And credit risk mein CVA chapters and the other securitization chapters are very important. Say third thing is sir, whatever sir says, so just listen to sir and
Okay.
follow that. If he is saying you will pass, then you will pass. Then follow his advice and just move on.
And just to add a point, I have been telling the specific students, don't do this. This is going to be problematic. Now also, when people
Yes.
have started joining me for next May, you
Yes,
want to
sir.
start solving question bank now. And I told them,
Correct.
don't do it. First, watch the video, complete certain chapters, then you start solving. So they want to
Yeah.
start now. Like, don't do it. You'll face the problem later.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, that this is a part and parcel of the game. So, uh,
Yes, sir.
so wonderful. I'm very happy for your success, and definitely this is going to bring a lot of confidence in you when you go to corporate life. Okay, because a lot of
Yes,
people
sir.
in working, they are not able to clear the exam, and you have been able to, and that gives you a good amount of confidence. You have some basic idea of what is risk management and all of it. So the first job and all everything is going to be slightly easy for you, I feel, and you'll get good career opportunities after FRM. And I'm very happy for your success.
Thank you
Okay.
so much, sir. Thank you. It is
Thank you,
all
Ted.
possible because of you.
And thank you very much for joining in and giving your time and guiding other students and explaining them what you faced as a problem and how you overcame the May month, the last month preparation that you did. That
Yeah.
that actually changed the entire game. That actually
Yeah, sir.
changed, seriously.
Actually. Yes, sir.
Wonderful. So wonderful. Thank you very much, Bhavya. Thank you very much for joining in.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.